Hi, my name is Julie, and I'm going to talk about what happened with me not having access. So, this past Memorial Day weekend, I had an emergency. So, I asked them to bring me an interpreter, but they did not have an iPad ready. So, they had to go get an iPad from somewhere else. Then, while the iPad was being charged, they still were not giving me access. I feel like some hospitals around are not really aware of deaf people. They assume that a lot are following the ADA law. They think that providing some kind of accommodation equals access, but these are not always appropriate for all deaf people. It's sad. But one thing about deaf people, when setting up appointments or whatever, then they have to remind the office and they take on the burden of worrying about if they have an interpreter ready, even if they made the appointment and reminded them well in advance. But some of them think that we deaf bring our own interpreter everywhere we go. We don't. They don't fit in our pockets. It's really bad that it could be an emergency and there's no access for deaf people. Where is it? I've seen accessibility for handicapped people. They have rails. I've seen accessibility for blind people having braille. What about deaf? Where is the accessibility? It's like we don't exist. We are invisible. I would like training for people in the medical fields, learning to be aware that deaf people need access. It doesn't matter if we read lips or we are able to write. No, we have the right to accessibility because that's our medical needs and information about what to do moving forward. Also, cochlear implants. I have a cochlear implant and I like it. I can hear some, but you should not depend on that. In my experience, I've had mine for almost 12 years. They don't work. Yes, I can pick out some things, but they are not 100%. So I feel like some doctors think that when deaf babies are born, they should immediately implant them. But what if they don't work? You know what I mean? Babies were just born. Wait until they're 18 years old. Then they can decide for themselves if they want an implant or not. They can use hearing aids. But I feel like doctors should be aware that being deaf is okay. I've noticed some doctors saying, "I'm sorry, your baby is deaf." Why? Why are they sorry? Why not say, "Hey, you have a deaf baby"? They are thrilled to be deaf. It's inspiring to learn a different language, their culture, how people act. That's cool, amazing.